He was the one that was excited. That's nothing. We stopped doing guessing. We just, because it's you, it's like, oh yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. That's an honor. I appreciate it.
All right, y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do this. All right, welcome to We Ain't No Stupids. It is me, the Zen Master, to my right.
B, Boobin, General Boss, whatever you want to call me.
All right, y'all notice we are in a new location. We are doing something different. We have a very special guest. Introduce yourself.
Peace. I'm DJ B. Man, Philly to VA, 103 Jams, 92.1 The Beat, and what I own, Fresh Radio, and we at Freshtopia in Norfolk at Park Place, 532 West 35th Street. So welcome.
All right. Yeah,
Well,
thank you for having us. Thank you.
Nah, it's an honor to be here. I appreciate it.
All right, first question I want to ask you guys is I want to talk about ghostwriters.
Okay.
And how do y'all feel about ghostwriters? Do rappers lose points?
Yes.
For using ghostwriters?
Yes.
Okay. What do you think?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Do rappers lose points for being a ghostwriter?
No.
So, do we feel a little bit of hypocrisy there?
No.
No, why not?
I don't have to approve of a ghostwriter.
Yeah, but I mean, like, all right, so it's cool for somebody to be a ghostwriter, but not cool to use a ghostwriter.
Nope.
Because if you took away that handicap, then we wouldn't have that issue.
Right.
But to his knowledge, every rapper don't supposed to be in the lyrical category.
Right.
Right, but
So you got those entertainment rappers. Let them use ghostwriters. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Puffin, shoot your shot, buddy.
all right,
do
so
it.
when it comes to rapping, it's like a lot of skills have to go into being a rapper. So you got to have delivery, and you got to have cadence. You got to have crowd control. Like MC means move the crowd. So if somebody has everything except that writing ability,
You're not an MC.
but you ain't giving them like no credit for the other shit,
Nah. But I can like the music.
right?
You know what I'm saying? We think about it. And this just only in hip hop.
Right.
Because it happens in R&B all the time, in soul music.
See,
Stevie
that was one of my questions. Going to be how come hip hop is the only place where we don't allow, where using the ghostwriter is considered that sucker shit. Where you know what I mean?
Go ahead,
Go ahead, big dog. You good.
It's 47 years. Hip hop is 47 years old.
Fact.
A little bit more older than that, but it's being credited as being 47 years old. 48 this year, I think. Yeah. It's new. So when we're gone, it's going to be like, you know what I mean? Oh, and it's already happening now. It's Drake. We know he can write, but he takes some things from other people or perform songs and record songs that other people wrote.
Well, just like
and
how,
it's being accepted.
yeah, but being like, well, just like how we said, the ghostwriter's been around from the beginning. You know, the Sugar Hill Gang didn't write them records.
That wasn't ghostwriting. He stole it.
Stole, yes. That's
Either way, he
yes.
ain't write the shit.
Nah, he didn't.
No,
but
but
ghostwriting is here.
Yeah,
This
he
is
did
for you.
Yeah, and then
That when he took that.
yeah. But
And that's one case at that time. That's like one case. That's one case.
so when would you say that ghostwriting came in?
When the money came in.
So like the earliest I can think of a ghostwriter to me thinking is probably Salt and Pepper. Did we go before that?
It's around that era.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me on that one, boss.
Yeah. Antoinette.
You don't think none of the Roxannes, the
Well-
Shantaes, and none of that? Not necessarily
I think they
Roxanne Shante, but
Well, you know,
yeah.
the
LL.
others.
You know, LL wrote MC Light's rhymes for Self-Destruction. Her verse.
Well, yeah, I heard that her brother was writing her shit.
And
Like,
I heard that too. But I do know for a fact that L wrote her verse with Self-Destruction. And I heard those allegations too on some of the.
yeah, and then when it comes to MC Light, that's because like I said, because I kind of just grew up thinking that her brother was writing her shit at first. So it's like it's a couple motherfuckers I like to point out.
And that's Giz is not her real brother either. If you talk
Oh.
about Giz, yeah, that's not her real brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's
He's learning shit.
We're gonna learn y'all today.
Yeah, learning shit today.
so like MC Light, Lil Kim, those are two that I like to point at as far as being like they started out with ghostwriters and ended up being like super dope because they was dope anyway. Like Biggie wrote for Lil C's too, but Lil C's ain't sound as good as Lil Kim. This is why I feel like shouldn't we give some kind of credit? Cardi B is somebody I like to give credit to too because she sounds better than her ghostwriter.
Yeah.
If you like they got songs together where her shit just sounds better. So I'm like, shoot, because that's a very hard part of rapping is the the crowd control, the delivery, the cadence, the studio. So like all that shit is hard. So we give like 0 points. Like all those points you gain for that, y'all saying getting knocked out.
It's almost like to a certain extent, like if you have a job, and let's say you're a lead man.
Right.
The only difference between your job and the others that's there is
You got people skills.
bang, he hit it. That's it. That's it.
Or in movies, Martin Scorsese, he ain't an actor, but he could tell De Niro to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He's an actor. But he wrote, he directed, you know what I mean? So it's pretty much in the same way if you apply it to hip hop and ghostwriting, I guess.
Yeah, you got to have all of the attributes to be labeled as such.
But I guess it's okay to have a ghostwriter. I mean, it's been, like you said, it's been around. It depends on the person and the individual. If they, like you asked the question, if I approve it, that's just me. But, you know, obviously the masses don't care that.
Oh yeah, no
Yeah,
one.
no.
It's like when Mr. Man told everybody wrestling was fake, and the whole wrestling industry was spazzing out.
Right.
But he was like, no one gives a shit, and they've been making more money ever since.
Ever since.
Yeah. All right. So, is there anybody that we give a pass to as far as we will still consider you hip hop even though you use a ghostwriter? So to me, I'm looking at like producers that rap but have like the ghostwriter. So it's
Pete
like
Rock.
who's writing Pete Rock?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But I know because he's said it, and I don't know. I can't place who would. Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay. Look, so in Freshtopia, it's natural. People going to come in and out. Don't worry about it. Keep it moving.
All right. This is Kev.
Peace, Kev. Nice to meet you, brother.
BJB.
All right.
Yo.
We are talking about ghostwriters. Oh shit. Make a deep through your mic. Oh shit, you got straight.
Yo.
All right. So what do you think about ghostwriters?
And this is dope because he walked in, so he didn't hear
Yeah,
what
he
we
ain't
said.
heard nothing, so this about to be pure.
So basically, my first question was, do artists lose points for using a ghostwriter?
No, but not artists.
I was like, do rappers lose points for using a ghostwriter?
Yes.
All right. Do rappers lose points for being a ghostwriter?
No.
All right. Don't you find that hypocritical?
No.
Why not?
Because far as a ghostwriter, you could do more than just write raps. If you're a ghostwriter, you can write songs. I mean, you can write for R&B artists. I think Tory Lanez, he's technically a writer, a rapper.
Yeah, facts.
And then, he write for Maria the Scientist, and so it can go both ways.
Yeah, because part of my reasoning with this is all right. So
Yeah,
You
you
have
have tell
all
us. Ask yourself the same question. Before
with me, it kind of like depends. I'm not considering you an MC if you don't write your own raps.
Okay.
That's where I am with it. And also with it, I feel like both is okay.
Okay.
But my thing is, as long as you let it be known that you ain't writing your shit, then it's like cool. Do your thing.
Right.
Cause I know how like difficult all that other shit is. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to rap. And so I know it's like going to the booth and had a studio voice and having to re-record over and over and over again because your voice just won't write and getting in front of a crowd and that all that shit is hard. Yeah. There are some niggas that can't do shit but write. So I'm like, all right, so we'll give him credit as an MC, even though the only part of this MCing shit is that he can write. He can't do nothing else with this MCing shit but write. But he'll get credit as an MC, but the person over here that can do everything except write, we're like, nah, you don't write. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like thinking like, well, why is it that hip hop is the only place that has that strict rule? We just straight up clown your ass like, man, fuck out of here.
Because hip hop came from nothing, and there's, from nothing there was rules for nothing, and it was just unwritten rules.
Yeah,
You know
we
what
had
I'm
to
saying?
police ourselves.
You can't come to the block, go to the block party, start rhyming somebody else's rhymes.
Yeah.
But you can go to a karaoke bar and sing somebody else's song. You know what I mean? So it's something about this culture where, like I said, it came from nothing. It developed, so we kind of made our own rules. You know what I mean? We made our own rules, and that was one of the unwritten rules. Don't come with somebody else's rhymes. That's just
Ain't
whack.
no half stepping. That's the reason why they say it like that. You know?
It's strictly whole stepping. There ain't no half stepping. It's strictly whole stepping or don't come step at all.
So now I got a question though.
Okay.
What is some of the artists that we know that came out that's rappers, not producers, not fall out of the line of Puffy, that's straight rapping that came out and said that they get ghostwriters?
Cardi B, Lil Kim, Salt and Pepper.
Okay.
Did they say it? I never heard them say.
Well, that's what
we know, and then I guess from the documentary, we figure it out. But I didn't see the documentary. Anyway.
Oh, are we talking about you mean like coming out like?
Like Herbie.
You said you would want them. You would want to know.
Yeah,
so I want to know who.
Rhymes. I don't remember hearing Salt say that, but I think we kind of figured it out. That's what it was.
I think because like I said, I don't have the memory of it happening as it happened, but I think Salt and Pepper because they got fucked on their money, and they were telling them because they didn't write their shit. And I think that's why, because they had to break up and split away from the people they was working with, and that was why. And I think they came out and said that like back then. I'm not sure. I don't.
No, I got one. Ice Cube write the rhymes that I say.
Oh yeah. That's easy.
He straight up said the shit.
Okay, yeah, easy one, definitely.
Yeah, because I remember he used to. I used to bump NWA all the time when we were young.
So, is there any rappers you give a pass to for using a ghostwriter?
I mean, I don't necessarily lose respect for rappers like that. I mean, because I guess it's going into the term of like, I automatically don't respect someone who don't rap like their own stuff, which is not necessarily true because there's plenty of Drake songs are like, we already know.
Right.
So I mean,
Drake's another one because as soon as Drake started using writers, as soon as Snoop started using writers and Drake when they first started using writers, they told everybody that because they both used to be ghostwriters. So it's like when they started using other writers, like, oh yeah, I ain't write that, he wrote that. So, yeah.
Now,
but the thing is,
I don't remember. Did he admit it after he was exposed?
Who?
Drake. Like, oh yeah, I do have a kid. I'm sorry. So did he start?
I mean, like, I'll say
because I do remember that used to be a debate if did he have ghostwriter or not.
No, I thought it was implied because he had a whole OVO gang. The whole OVO. I mean, why would you have so many people over there if they ain't putting out no projects?
Because I heard it from him first. That's when I heard it. Because like I kind of got to a point where I just wasn't paying attention to shit. Right. So I didn't realize there was an exposure. I didn't realize that happened.
You was about to say something too. What was you about to say?
Oh yeah, that's what it was. My bad. No, you good. No, because I also kind of look at the ghostwriting situation as like there's a quote from Ice-T where he's talking about he hates when women wear wigs and weave, but they don't tell you and they floss like it's theirs. Mm-hmm. Like I ain't got no problem with you wearing a wig, but like don't act like it's yours. Like let it be known that you bought the wig and shit. Like you out here acting like it's yours and shit. That's the way I am with the rhymes. It's like don't be acting like it's yours.
Right.
I got you.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah. So it's like so if they walking around with them flexing muscles and shit because they said some hot shit, but they ain't the one that wrote the hot shit, I got a problem with that. But if you're doing like,
but wouldn't that go in the lines of like you got to believe the entertainer? Like an actor, like how you believe that role. Yeah, you want to believe that role that rapper is spitting. I mean, you want to feel it in the booth.
See, that's why one of the things that makes me different from most people is like me growing up a wrestling fan, kind of like shaped my whole.
You keep going back to that.
Yeah, because it shaped my.
Who hurt you?
No, but I mean, like it explains a lot because like so to me it's like growing up being a wrestling fan, I looked at wrestling like it was entertainment, and I could tell like, okay, something's up here. This shit. Mm-hmm. So it's like I kind of applied that shit to everything. Like I never believed them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they come out, oh, these niggas ain't gangsters. I never thought they were. I like the music. You know what I'm saying? Like the rhymes is dope. I don't need you to. You know what I'm saying? I don't need Eminem to really be out here with a chainsaw, cutting bitches in half. Right. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to believe that he will do it. I need the shit to sound dope. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I just. So no, so everybody doesn't need that believability. Like a lot of people need to relate to music to be able to like.
Yeah, cause shit,
I've never
you
needed
couldn't tell
to
me
relate.
nothing. DMX was out here doing that shit for real.
I think
you couldn't tell me nothing.
I think he was.
Yeah, like,
I think this nigga really was having conversation.
Factor. I need that.
But you have common sense, and you could I can't the differentiate. Fuck it.
Differentiate.
He's a word man. He's a word man.
That word between fact and fiction, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
So when it comes to, and because, you know, I've been watching the Biggie documentary for 48 hours, and Biggie's, the anniversary, not the anniversary of his death, but March 9th is on the way. When it comes to saying bars and certain bars, and they say a certain thing, you could differentiate whether it's for cadence and for just bars than actual thing, correct? I mean, we're smart enough. We're smart enough, right?
Yeah.
So I wish I could pull it up, but you know, of course, we're gonna go to this famous line to "She looks so good, I suck on her daddy's dick," right?
Right.
Now we as grown men know what he meant,
Yeah.
and it's not actual factual.
Right.
And also at that time when that rhyme, you know, it was things meant different, you know, not necessarily that, but we knew, goddamn, she must look good. You wouldn't think that, damn, big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We could, we know what he meant.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was just painting a picture, long story short.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
a nasty picture to paint, but you know what I mean? So that's the same thing to me. Like, just we can tell the difference because we're smart enough to tell the difference. And that's part of the art form of him saying to me is oh damn, all right, I never would have said it that way, but okay, you made it work. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? So I'm from that era. And before we had to pause, because we knew you didn't really have to pause that back
Right.
then.
Yeah.
Like you really,
yeah,
you
that
really
was
couldn't say
strong
that
pause.
now.
Okay, yeah, because matter of fact, that remind me of a line Nas came up with Main Source. I went to hell for snuffing Jesus, stuff like that.
Right.
It's like,
Ooh.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it's like they say it for shock value.
Back
then,
I
though.
got you, shock
Right.
value, and it's like, man, I guess you say something so like shocking like that, because I guess what happened with black people and stuff like that, the turmoil and shit that we already see in real life, that people thinking like, man, you ain't got nothing bad or whatever, but it's really like that shit is really hard.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, what can I say since I'm going to a black audience that'll shock them?
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Right.
X, Y, and Z.
All right. I think that's enough for this one. Anybody got anything you want to add on to it?
You see me smile hard.
Smell through the
Dipset, bitch.
mask.
Hard.